Hello friends, I have just completed reading this particular book. I know there are many who have already read it a long time ago, but I am a person who falls back and I have just finished this book. This book is very special because it doesn't only speak about a child who is different, and because of his difference he is having to face a lot of resistances and unacceptances from people around him who are adults as well as children. He faces certain friendships also and certain supports also he gets, which are extraordinary, and how a person slowly makes everybody else kinder and changes everyone around him. Even the people who have at first not quite accepted him or were a bit shaky to mix with him, these people are also slowly somehow standing for him by the end of the book. There are certain other things which are also important in this book, that is sometimes we judge people very fast, especially our friends, maybe because when we are children and we are childish, we often by chance behave in a certain way which hurts our friends, or we do not behave in the way that we are proud of. We make mistakes and we don't know why we make mistakes, but that does not mean that that person is a bad person. Maybe he just said it under peer pressure, but he turns out to be a very good friend later, and he proves his friendship and his very strong value system or morals. So that is also we find in this book. We find people whom we have never expected to be supportive or to be understanding, but who have stood for this particular boy. And then we also find some people who are very less in number, but some people who never change. They have a altered or a different kind of a value scale or a ethical understanding which is not very enriched, and which leads them to behaving in very unacceptable ways with people. And even with experience, even with seeing other people, they do not learn and they never change, and they stay in their negative forms till the end. So that is also there, but they are less in number, but they are there. So that is also we see how everybody has a perspective. When there is a person who is different, born in a family, the family faces different kinds of crisis. Not only that child, the parents, they have different crisis. The other sibling has a particular kind of not problems but challenges to deal with, and even for people who are not that different, who are very usual children, they also have some crisis, some challenges in their particular lives which make them behave in a certain way, which seem to be kind of a negative character from the forefront, but later we find that there is reason why this person is behaving in this way, and when given a chance, the person will behave in the best unexpected ways possible. So this book gives us all this and more. And I will also share in my other YouTube channel that where I speak about books related to my subject. In this particular book, the child later requires hearing aids, and in a very beautiful way they have explained the benefit that the child gets after wearing the hearing aid. even after initial resignations to it and resistances to it, and initially he doesn't even recognize something as a problem, but once the problem is solved, he understands that that particular way of hearing was not the best way of hearing, and now he's hearing clearer. So that happens, I think, in page number 211, and it is explained in a beautiful way. For hearing professionals, especially audiologists, they will know when they fit hearing aids to children and adults alike, they come across such experiences which are very encouraging for people who at first have resistances to another device or something artificial that I'll be wearing. People might be judging me, but once you get to taste the benefit of it, you don't bother what people think about it actually. So all in all, I enjoyed this book, and especially as an ASLP, this is a thumbs up for me. For every person who work in some inclusive setup where there are children with differences, there are children sometimes with special needs, and there are varieties of children whom they interact with, they face certain things like this. It will reflect the reality back to you, and you will be able to relate, and you will enjoy this book. And for the students who are going to come to such fields of psychology, of social work, of audiology, speech language pathology, of special education, of physiotherapy, of occupational therapy, all these people, this is going to be a learning material as well, where you will know the real scenario, what is going on in a family and in a school and in the neighborhood and in the community where there is a child who is different. So that is all for today, and we'll meet in another video with another very different book. Thank you.